Y'all can see what I go through on a daily basis, right?
You don't mind if I put the back on, do you?
You can go ahead. And she just wanted to go over there. That's basically what it is. What's up, everybody? I just saw this video, so this is a WFSO reaction. So,
So it was a reaction. What more do you want from me?
but the video says a timeline of Giannis and the Bucks NBA championship. Of course, you already know they won the championship last week.
I swear to you, it seems like more than a week ago.
Right.
You know, everything's. We will build up, and it's like, boom, yay! And then, okay, now what?
Right.
And I know we got the NBA draft, which is tomorrow night.
Right.
But I feel like we should still be celebrating some more. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay.
We can just celebrate until the season starts.
It's like, can we have another parade? Can we get Bucks-inspired ice cream with little chocolate antlers in or something?
They do got something that's out there.
I know.
I think it's called Championship Cream or something like that.
But don't you get what I mean? It feels like there should be more. And I think perhaps there would have been more celebration if the Olympics had been going on and people having to rush out of the country to participate and stuff. But it's like, what now? So I just wanted to say that.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it still feels surreal that they won. Is just like still can't get out of there. Because I know how y'all like bit markets like with the Boston Celtics and the Los Angeles Lakers, although y'all both tied for the most championships at 17, which I hope Boston will one day win the championship before the Lakers do. So I'm hoping for that. But anyways, so I thought we just watched this on timeline of Giannis and the Bucks NBA championship. They did a similar video like this before with Giannis from they did it from the day he got drafted all the way up to his MVP season, the first MVP that he won. They did a video on that, and they also did something about the Brooklyn Nets too, like how they end up being a mediocre team, or how they've been like a good team to a mediocre team. So I thought that was interesting. So it's by Jay Rods. But yeah, I think it should be a good video. But anyways, check his videos out because they're pretty good. Just tell you the details of some basketball teams, including the Bucks. So let's watch.
It's over. The Bucks have done it. The long wait has ended after a half-century. The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again. Breakout. I catch, shoot, screen. Yes! Michael Redd, 57 points.
Oh yeah, ever since Michael Redd led the Bucks in 2000s. Yep. That's basically how it's been.
In the 2009 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Brandon Jennings.
Well, let me pause this for a second. I don't know if some of y'all remember, but I do remember like Brendan Jennings, either before he got drafted by Milwaukee, like because I used to work when it was the Bradley Center. I used to work there. They had like a McDonald's high school game going on that around that time. This was like a year before he got drafted. And like he had like about I think it was like 20 points, like 12 rebounds and 10 assists or something like that. He had like a triple double at that game. And I was like, okay, that guy would be something. It'd be cool if he get drafted here. So that's how I got first introduced to Brandon Jennings when they had that game here. So we thought he was gonna be something. And plus like with him adding in, so we was thinking like with Bogut and Michael Redd, if he wasn't always hurt. that would have been our like big three, and it would have been something. But as you can tell from his rookie season, but yeah, ended up 46-36 and ended up losing. Although we did lose Michael Ray at the beginning of the season and lost Andrew Bogut like towards the end of the season. So yeah, it was, although it was like a good like winning season, it was still kind of bad. And I don't know if they're going to show them going the first round against the Atlanta Hawks, which took up the 7 games, which was a good series. Although the Bucks didn't win it, but it was a good series. Yep. I thought it was 7 games. It was 6 games. Oh, it was in 7 after leaving 3-2. Oh, I'm sorry. Ninth in the East. Yep, I remember that.
You do understand it's a business, and I like his level of maturity by saying, I'm going to go.
Well, this is crazy, and I know this Monte Ellis trade. This could have been like the bit setup trade right here, where we could have had Stephen Curry, because he was offered to us, but the dumb doctors that we had here in Milwaukee at the time, saying that the injury that Stephen Curry had at the time wasn't he wasn't gonna be the same after that, and yeah, we're getting laughed at. No, but that is funny. It's like we're getting laughed at now for like we could have had Stephen Curry, and they sell it for Monte Ellis, was only stayed for like the rest of the season, then left. Yeah, he went. I think he went to Dallas. Then a year later he went to Indiana. Then there was one more team he went to. Then after that, he's no longer in the NBA. So Monte Ellis, how did that help? Well, how did that turn out for you? Oh yeah, Kwame Brown. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate these ads. But
if your loved one is fighting type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, this discovery could save your life.
Come on, where's the thing? There we go. Oh, he made that. Okay. Okay, Scott Styles he resigned after 5 seasons, then appointed Jim Borland. Although it sucks that we got swept by Miami Heat around that time in 2013 playoffs. Like we had a losing record and made it to the playoffs. Yeah, in 2012-2013 season. It was like, well, the Bucks in 6, the trend has started with this. And what you heard, like Brandon Jennings said, like Bucks in 6. That's where it all started. And like we was happy that, he had that vote of confidence that exactly. So I don't know if the chant started there, but I knew it started from here. And probably every like playoff games and stuff like that, it started. But as you see, like their first round stats, it wasn't that good. Monte Ellis and Brandon Jennings. Oh, yep, got swept.
together in the summer of 2010, Miami has swept the playoff series, doing it in convincing fashion, winning all 4 games against Milwaukee by double digits. The Milwaukee Bucks are hoping a new coach will lead them to the finals.
Yeah, this was worse too. Larry Drew was hired. This was the beginning of an era right here.
The Milwaukee Bucks select Giannis Antetokounmpo from Athens.
Okay, Monte Ellis signed with Dallas, and this was the trade right here. Well, I was really shocked about this trade that Monte Ellis was going. He signed with Dallas, and Brandon Jennings got traded for Brandon Knight, Chris Middleton, and the guy that never set foot in the NBA ever, by Sexlau Castro. We got his draft, we got his rights, but we never ever used them. But I thought like he was gonna do good in Detroit, but yeah, I think at that time like they had a better record than us. I'm not sure, but neither team made it to the playoffs. But you'll see why.
Can you put him in an NBA game right now? You probably cannot. But in the long-term picture, this kid has as much upside as most anybody in this group.
Oh, look at that. That's when you used to have Larry Sanders. Oh, Larry Sanders, trader.
And a three-point look. It's up. It's no good. Down!
Although Giannis was showing some promising things, but look at that record. Look at that record. 15-67. Last,
Not bad, you were.
yep, last in the East.
Did we go to a couple of games they did too?
We might have.
We went to the one where they beat the what's it called? I thought. Oh my god, who was it? They were undefeated until they played us.
Oh, that's years later. I know what you're talking about, but that's years later.
I thought that was their bad season that they beat.
Nope.
When
They-
they beat Golden State Warriors.
We did have a bad year that year, but this wasn't it.
Oh, that wasn't that bad year. Okay.
Yeah, that year wasn't that bad.
That was another bad year.
Yeah. Well, we know we're gonna get to that year in a minute, but
I'm sorry, that was great. That wasn't that bad year. That was another bad year that we had.
But yeah, as you see, like Giannis was like nearly 7 points a game, 4.14 rebounds, over 41% field goals, and he was hitting threes at that time. I don't know what happened from then to now and why they changed his 3-pointer, but I think I'm gonna blame Jason Kidd for this ever since he got there. But you'll see why, and you see we're got the worst record, franchise record of all time.
Giannis sneaks in the back door and packs it.
With the second pick in the 2014 NBA draft.
Yep, I do regret that we could have drafted Joel Embiid, but we got Jabari Parker.
Very excited to be here in Milwaukee, to be a part of a young, talented, realistic, good things to come here in the future. This is about the Milwaukee Bucks. And so
Like when we got Jason Kidd, it was on the right track until
He just seemed to give up at one point.
right.
You know what I mean?
And you see like the picks we gave away to like trade for Jason Kidd. Like if he was still a player and younger than that, then yeah, but yeah, all his incidents and stuff that happened in Brooklyn. And we got him now.
Greek freak there.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Giannis didn't start the first game of that season. They have him come off the bench. And it's like they seen him grow and grow more. So they switch. It was like Chris Middleton was in that small forward and Jabari Parker was playing power forward. So they switched it up and had Giannis Antetokounmpo start as small forward and Jabari Parker as power forward. And the defensive man himself, Larry Sanders. And we're gonna talk about more about, with the Brandon Knight situation in a minute. But we were at a practice game that they had, and as soon as we left out of there, I would look at my phone and there was rumors like Brandon Knight is getting traded. Like, what? Like, why? And like they was doing so good too. It's like they were like I think there was a 5th seed at the time, and looked like they could have climbed up higher. But no, they got Michael Carter Williams for Brandon Knight. I know Brandon Knight went to a different team. He went to Philly. I think it was a 3-team trade, but I think they're gonna show it on here in a minute.
Let's see how he progresses there in his second year. You got potential rookie of the year in Jabari Parker.
Looking forward, Jabari Parker has a torn ACL
Yep.
and will miss the rest of the season. Huge blow for a Bucks team that has been hanging around playoff contention. Parker was part of a promising young core.
Traded away Brandon Knight, a near all-star, and they get back Michael Carter Williams as their biggest piece. And to me, this has got Jason Kidd's fingerprints all over it. He's a bigger point guard. He's not a great shooter.
Oh, 14 trade. We were 41-41 after we was up like I think it was 30-26 or something like that at the time. Yeah, I think y'all went to that Bulls game. You, Robert, and this
For the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny because we get there and they scan our tickets, and our tickets have come up that they've been cancelled. And so we asked if we could speak to someone in the main office about it because we had proof that we'd gone through. So we got in there, and I'm trying to get an internet signal to bring up the details. They let us call through to like Ticketmaster and everything. And the person I spoke with on Ticketmaster said, well, what has happened is the person you purchased them from kept the money, they canceled the tickets and resold them. So they were sold multiple times until this person got a lot of money.
Wow.
And then they upgraded our seats because we were in the nosebleed section, but they upgraded our seats to right down where the DJ is at the games.
Right.
So it worked out pretty good that way, but it was like, oh my God,
But it had to been cool that they upgraded y'all seats and y'all get like one of the best seats in the house.
Yeah, we got amazing. It's like where the cheer squad and everything used to be in the Bradley Center.
Right.
We were right by there.
Right. Although it sucks to see them lose, like how bad they lost that game, but I bet it was like a good experience overall.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, the third largest victory in an NBA playoff game ever. Greg Monroe has elected to sign with the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks.
Yep, Greg Monroe. And this was around the time they got them new jerseys that they using right now. Also, Chris Middleton re-signed for 5 years, $70 million, as it says. Which was I'll say a fair amount. And Greg Monroe, 3 years, $51 million, but I know they're going to talk about more Greg Monroe on this. I think they can probably going to show the starting lineup on this too.
Over the Knicks and over the Lakers. Who is the most overrated player in the league? This is definitely going to get me in trouble because everyone loves this guy, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
y'all see the lineup and stuff, right? So like I miss Chris Middleton at shooting guard. I think that's where he was at his best. Like, not saying there was nothing wrong with him playing the small forward at times, but he was just better off as a shooting guard. And like he can hold like one he can like D up like the best small forwards in the league in shooting guard, but he was just better as shooting guard in my opinion. And I'm glad they did that switch in the playoffs this year. That they did that switch. But this 2015-2016 season, this was the year that they beat Golden State when they
I know
was
we had a bad season that year.
right. And I guess everybody thought this season we was gonna go at least beyond, the first round and stuff, but didn't go that well.
Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, wow. Everyone's favorite player, and I understand that.
Yeah, but before we go on, they did, Jason Kidd at that time had Giannis start taking the ball when the second half of the season, and they was on a roll at that time. But it was just like a short period of time they was on a roll. But he had his like couple triple doubles, and as you heard, they thought he was overrated. And while you see that show is not on anymore. But yeah, back to this. Well, I wouldn't say Thon Maker was a total bust. It was just like they had a hard time, like I don't get like how they had a hard time developing him, but they had a good time, and good results on developing Giannis. So I think something was wrong with that organization at the time. But then again, it was Jason Kidd. And like the second round, we got Malcolm Brogdon, which ended up being Rookie of the Year that year.
Pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Thon Maker.
This is going to be one of the best contracts in the
Okay,
NBA.
Kumar resigned 4 years, 100 million.
Potential that he showed in the second half of last year. This is a great contract for the Bucks. If now to have him under contract in the next 5 years.
This team is based upon the shoulders of Giannis and Jabari Parker. I believe in the year 3 and year 4 to go with Matthew Dellavedova. The East is full of great lottery teams, and I think they can jump it.
Milwaukee Bucks superstar Jabari Parker
Yep.
is gone for 12 months. In one moment, the mercurial big man was exploding toward the basket, planting his foot for a Jabari launch. Moments later, he was being helped from the court.
This little man is always hurt. Like every time we turn around, he's hurt. Something to do with his legs. For a guy that all offense but no defense.
Mindy.
Oh, and this was Giannis' first year making it to the All-Star team. So that was good. As you saw, they 42 and 40, they were 6th in the East. And you saw more Giannis, like he was just getting better and better. So as they said, first winning season since 2010. I don't know why they would say that, but they had a winning season after like his second year, but whatever.
Giannis onto the Kumo.
The Toronto Raptors.
Like I said, earlier on, I think it was last week, I made a video about Raptor fans, or they're saying they winning regardless of, because of the talent they had, that they developed better talent than everywhere else. which I'll call BS. But yeah, I know this ain't gonna be the only time we run into the Raptors, but yeah, at the time we wasn't that great yet. And plus, we didn't have that much of an identity, only that we had okay offense, but defense were, it was getting there. But what more can you do?
Incredible comeback by the Milwaukee Bucks.
To the fans of the Milwaukee Bucks, thank you for your support. Your tremendous fan base. We're doing amazing things here in the organization. And I promise you, the best is yet to come.
Because you just feel that he's only ever 2 or 3 steps away from a dunk, some sort of play where he gallops from one end of the court up to the other. The three-point shot's not there, but the Bucks are just a different team to watch when he's on the court.
I think he makes them better. He's a very good on-court defender.
As we so thought with Eric Bledsoe. But it's like he show up in the regular season, then when it comes to playoffs, not the first round, but like beyond that, he wasn't there. So you see, they traded Eric Bledsoe for Greg Monroe, 2018 second round pick and 2020 first round pick. So that's why we didn't have a first round pick for last year's draft. It went to Phoenix. And I think they traded it up and went to somebody else, but I can't remember who. Or we end up getting it back, then end up trading it for Drew Holiday, but I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Points up the court, he's hardcore, he's tenacious, he goes after it, he can play the point position. Basically told him, I think we should be the best team in the Eastern Conference because we've got the best under 25 players in basketball, and we are underachieving. And as a result, he thinks that Jason Kidd needed to go.
Here's Middleton. Giannis trailing. Lob.
You see Giannis' stats increase. So did Chris Middleton. But he didn't make it to the All-Star game that year, but Giannis did.
Hayes wins the tip. Now Tatum goes to the hole.
Yep, that was fun. We were defeated in the first round by the Celtics, which the Celtics did make it to the Eastern Conference at that time, and they didn't win it. And I think they lost to Cleveland, I believe. But as you've seen, like, Chris Middleton was doing his thing and Giannis was doing his thing. But like I said, like Eric Bledsoe, it's all right, but didn't do much of anything.
I feel very fortunate to be put in this position and given leadership.
The day that everything changed.
Working with the entire roster, with the front office, with ownership, I can't wait to take us to the next level in Milwaukee.
With the 17th pick in the 2018 NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Dante DiVincenzo from Villanova University.
Which I heard a little bit about the guy, but that was good. And look, Brook Lopez signed with the Bucks that year. Yeah, I have to pause this for a second, but the Lakers made the big mistake of not trying to resign Brook Lopez, and we ended up getting him instead. So yeah, I think it was like I think we got him for like a year just to see how he does, and I think we resigned him. I think we resigned him last year, I believe. Or no, it was a year before. I'm sorry. And also, did you see Pat Connaughton also signed for like 2 years? So that was interesting.
Giannis is bigger and better than he was last year. That's really scary. An absolutely grand slam deal for the Bucks.
Yeah, now this is crazy with this trade. Although he only stayed with them for the rest of the season, then he went back to, I forgot what nationality that he was from, but he went back to that country and just played for them. But it was good for what he did when we got him from New Orleans. I think it was like a 3-team trade, I believe. So we ended up getting Nikolai Nurkic for Thon Maker. And I think we ended up getting Jason Smith, but we ended up letting him go too. 2019 second round pick. And we end up with like, let's see, 2020 second round picks and this year's second round pick. Which we end up getting it back anyway. So yeah.
Not because it's a superstar player, but to get a guy like this on deadline day, to add him to a team that's already really good at three-point shooting is terrific. Nice pick and roll. Giannis on the loose. Takes off right inside the dotted line and just
2019.
As y'all saw that record, that it was supposed to be in the year that that we was supposed to win it all, like the first time in a while that we had like 60 wins, and Chris Middleton's first time making it to the All-Star game, and as you saw, Eric Bledsoe made it to all NBA first team. I think it was defense. Yeah, it was defense.
Here is
Thank the front office, the ownership, for believing in me. When I was 18 years old, back in the days, they allowed me to lead this team, trust me.
At the time, they easily swept the Pistons, and you saw Eric Bledsoe was there, nearly 20 points a game at that time. And they won four straight against the Celtics. And okay, hold on, let me pause this. It was funny that Paul Pierce had to eat his words right after it happened. Then when they showed that clip again, he tried to change it and say it's over for the Celtics. He's like trying to make that change, and everybody knew that he did that. It's like, we know what you said. Stop trying to change it. But I just like it when you had some analysts. But then again, like Paul Pierce favoritism was because he played for Boston for most of his career. So of course he was going to be favoritism of Boston, and they had a good squad, especially like they had Kyrie Irving. Of course, that didn't go well. So with Giannis, 28 points a game, 11 rebounds, over 52% field goal. Chris Middleton, 19 points a game, 6 rebounds, and about 39% from field goal. So this was kind of like revenge for them from when they lost the year before in the first round against the Celtics. So some of us was worried, but yeah. Well, before we talk about this, and kind of horrible what they did, but yeah, explain back to that previous thing that they showed about, like, we was up 2-0 against Toronto in that 2019 playoffs. We thought that was going to be the year too, but this is when Toronto was the first team that started to do that wall, like give Giannis the wall so he won't take it in and stuff like that. And if he would have known back then as he know now that he would like try to kick out a lot to people and not like still trying to take it in, we would have beaten Toronto. Toronto just got lucky they had Kawhi Leonard. Otherwise, we probably would have won the series. It may have been like going to 7 games or something like that. But like I said, Toronto just got lucky that year. That's all it was. But anyways, as I was saying about they ended up getting that first round pick of 2020, and they got 2021 second round picks and stuff like that, and they got a 2025 second round pick. So yeah, they got like some of their picks back, and I knew like somehow they end up getting it, but you see it there. Although Malcolm Brogdon wanted more money, and we thought that he wasn't worth that money, which he wasn't. And he's starting to prove every time he was like he's still with Indiana, but he's starting to prove more and more is like why the Bucks didn't pay him that much as they did. So Indiana ended up getting the back stick in this trade.
An agreed to sign and trade with the Bucks, and during the ones they're going to send a first round pick and a couple of second round picks to Milwaukee.
Just a lot of hard work is going to be paid off, so hopefully we keep working.
I'm sorry, but still, I still think Chris Middleton got overpaid by this. He like it's good that he resigned to them for the max, but 5 years, 177 million. Yeah, I'm sorry, he got overpaid.
Just doing it for my team, just doing it for my reasons, just being social, just being the best teammate out there I can be.
As we thought this was going to be the year too. Last season.
NBA players suspended, and then the league is going to use that hiatus to decide their next steps, how they'll go forward. But this is the last night of NBA games for the foreseeable future.
Commercials, as always.
It delivers insulin without daily injections. Just one small pod replaces up to 14 injections. It's game changing.
He's inhaled it. 7 flushes in this system. Oh my goodness.
It's a great compliment, but I have a lot of work to do. I gotta keep getting better. My mindset never will change. It wouldn't be possible sometimes.
Yep. He won MVP and Defensive Player Award.
Just, keep working hard.
Eliminated the Magic in 5. And you see that stat.
The Milwaukee Bucks lose. The best team in the NBA is gone. And the Miami Heat going to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 6 years.
How important it was the Milwaukee Bucks bringing Drew Holiday to find an impact player.
Yeah, this trade was insane, but I know like the Bucks gave up a lot, but it was still worth it. But y'all will see on here. It was a 4-team deal. I think it was New Orleans, Oklahoma City, and can't remember who else. We ended up getting Sarah Merrill out of it for the second round pick. So, yeah.
To improve this team, they are trying to get Giannis Antetokounmpo to sign that 5-year Supermax contract.
This is a championship contender. And if you're Giannis and you are a championship contender, you combine that with getting an athlete.
Yeah.
What the hell was there to say no to? The Bucks need to go to the final.
Yeah, that was a big relief when Giannis signed his Supermax. Although his Supermax will start this coming season.
Means he's locked in with us for a while.
Yep. So we thought everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody. I'm just gonna say some of us, like including myself, didn't think that they were gonna go far, but not as far as they did this year. But they did. But we'll get to that in a little while. But you see, this core didn't stay together for long. You see DJ Augustine there, but he's well, you'll see who we got traded for and stuff like that. So y'all probably already know. So there's no need explaining to that.
This year is of utmost importance, but it's not because of the Greek Freak, because I know what I'm going to get from him. It's what I'm going to get from others. And that has a lot to do with Mike Budenholzer. Any great player needs another superstar player to win. PJ Tucker's a very good player, and he's a nice complimentary.
As y'all see this, we end up with PJ Tucker. It's this year's second round pick and next year's first round pick. Well, we end up with the second round pick. It was end up being a swap. So the Houston took our first round pick and we got their second round pick. So it was kind of a swap. And we also traded a 2023 first round pick and we got 2022 first round pick. And at the time they also signed Jeff Teague as well, which Boston was, I don't know why Boston let him go, but and they kind of really needed him. But it was our gain. And we was down like a point guard anyway, so kind of made up for that. And it showed that Giannis was the All-Star MVP that year. And you see 46-26, they was third in the East. Yep.
After being eliminated by the Heat, they sweep Miami. First time that Eric Spoelstra team has been swept in the playoffs.
Yep, they beat the Knicks in 7. Like I said, they was favored to win it all, but they didn't.
Like he didn't deserve to win based on like the violence in the city and stuff, which has nothing to do with the players.
Right.
Go to LA, tell me it's peaceful there. Go to New York, tell me it's peaceful there. Go to Chicago, tell me it's peaceful there.
Especially Chicago.
Yeah. We were just in the spotlight because of us getting as far as we did.
Right. And as y'all see, what y'all saw like a second ago with the Giannis with the injury, and we thought it was over, but Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday stepped up and won those 2 games, and we ended up making it to the NBA Finals. But we wasn't sure if Giannis was going to be playing in the NBA Finals. So who knows what was going to happen after that. But we end up going to be facing the Phoenix Suns. But you see Holiday stats like 22 points a game and 10 assists during that East Finals.
Out there, just play the game, do whatever you can.
as you see, he came back, and look at that second game numbers: 42, 12, and 4.
NBA champion, your Milwaukee Bucks.
Yep.
This year's Bill Russell, Finals MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So that's it for that video. And like I said, it was a roller coaster ride. And it's like, still as this day, although they won the championship last week, it still feels surreal that they won. It's like, yeah, right. You gotta be kidding me. They won it. Like, seriously, you kidding me, right? But yeah, it was a reality. But yeah, I was down there for game 6. I didn't go like watch the game, but I was watching it from the Deer District. And yeah, everybody was, although in the second quarter, some people were panicking. I was like, they still got time.
Well,
They probably can do this.
Some people were panicking because there was a little bit of like the
Right. And lo and behold, the third quarter and fourth quarter. Yep. So they're NBA champions. It'll be cool to see them do it back to back, but only time can tell and see how the off season goes. But speaking of the off season, I don't know if some of y'all know this, but Ben Forbes is declining his player option and becoming a free agent. Um, this is going to be kind of a good news thing, only because, for one, Bucks had too many guards anyway. Two, Ben Ford failed to show up in the playoffs, but he was on his A game in the Miami series, but any other time he just wasn't, and plus didn't play in the NBA Finals. So he got his ring and he's walking off. Now he's after the money, which I can kind of understand, but I think some of us wanted him to be gone anyway after he failed to show up in the other games in the playoffs. So we got a space available. We got a whole bunch of free agents and stuff. So wherever Bucks news that we come up with, we will post it on here, or I'll do like a quick video on it and post it on here on YouTube. But check out this guy. As you see, he has other like basketball stuff going on here. So check him out. Don't forget to subscribe and comment on here for the giveaway. Like I said earlier in my last video that for 175 subscribers we will give away a Lorenzo Kane bobblehead, and for the 200 subscribers we will give away a Brewers t-shirt and mask, because for how it seems like the pandemic is right now, we might end up needing the mask again. Kind of sucks, but what more can you do? But like this video, give it a like. It will spread the channel more. And like I said, we post videos like this about Bucks and wrestling almost every day. So spread the word out. And we appreciate y'all watching this. And y'all have a good one. And until the next video.